Hey girl, hey guys, it's your girl Kim, and as promised for the February special, we'll talk about love. Ooh, I'm not really a love expert whatsoever, but I hope you guys would spill some tea in the comment section below and we can, I don't know, like gush about it or talk about it or whatever. First off, I'd like to thank my sponsor, my homeboy, Julio, for making this episode happen and possible. This Yeti mic is still pretty bomb, and I would like to do a shout out. I feel like, no, like when I was writing the script for this episode, oh my god, I laughed so hard. So I would like to do a shout out to my swan eating jjebs for today's topic. Thank you for suggesting this. Alright, so when I think about a love and its definition, it's like a throwback way back in the day, when people used to do slam books, and some of you guys may be too young to know this, but way back in the day, there's like a book filled with questions and you fill them up like a profile bio, kind of like a burn book, but instead of lies and rumors, there's like 100% straight up facts about yourself written by you. And so yeah, people pass it on. Some people read your answers, some people copy it, and one of the questions is, what is love according to you? So for me, my go-to default answer was, love is like a rosary full of mystery. And I still think that is true. You know, I feel like I'm not like 100% in love. Never been that 100% in love with someone. And I learned from my godmother that try to save something for yourself. Don't give 100% away. But it's kind of hard. Like, alright, I'll give you 80% of my love, and then maybe the other 10 for me, and some bits for this and that. It's really hard because sometimes, at least for me, love consumes me, and it's terrible. Like, it's sometimes ignore the red flags, and that's not good. That's not good. There are times it highly amuses me and it's entertained me for a while, but you will know if I'm like serious with you. Like, if I'm really serious with you, you will meet both my parents. Like, sure, some guys met my mom, but if you met both, that's something else. All right. And I'll spill you some tea about this guy that I went out with last year, and I don't know, he's like wishy-washy, and it's like being with him, it's like a telenovela. You know, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar what a telenovela is, but it's basically like a TV drama series. And so it goes like this. So at one point, I guess I really liked him, or I liked him at one point or whatever, and I would like to get to know him. And I invited him twice, and he turned me down. So I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna move on and let go. But then he invited me out a couple of times, and I just said, sure. Like, let's see how this goes. And usually by the first and second date, I know what's up, and I don't want to be the first one to crack, because I was just like, we'll see where this goes. And eventually he cracked by the third time, and we told me, I love you, whatever, sweet nothings, blah blah blah. And like in the telenovela, at least in the Spanish ones, it always happens like that. Like by the third episode or whatever, like they would have amnesia. And he was like that. It's like, oh, I can't remember. Did I say that? Whatever. And I'm just like, oh my god. Like, dude, this is real life. This is not a telenovela. Okay? So, that kind of made me like, you know what? Let's just move on. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll spare you some time and some heartache, and just dump, if you're in the same situation that I was, just dump that person and just move on. You see, I'm flipping the page right now. I know it's easier said than done, but there's just some people that's just not meant to be in your life. You know, some are just good memories, Or some people just don't know or unaware that they're like that. And I think the worst possible thing you can do to a person is to play with their feelings and leave them hanging in the air. So please don't be like that. Just keep it real. Anyways, I'll tell you like how I slowly cut ties with him, okay? God is good because he moved him away from me. So out of sight, out of mind, and I canceled my future plans with him, and I swore not to talk to him ever. Although there are times like I have to answer his queries, which is unavoidable, and I would sometimes regret it. So I'm just like, you know what? This year, no more Mr. Wishy-Washy. And I'll try to tell this to you with me holding the mic. Know your value. Okay, just like what we talked about in the previous episode, knowing your worth is a good thing. That way you don't waste your time, you put your attention elsewhere and focus on you. And I'm really glad that I learned this a long time ago. And so now I just move on and be like, thank you, next. Anyways, if a person truly loves you, they will value you, know your worth, and they will do anything in their power not to lose you. They'll be very consistent and they won't keep you hanging. And just like my work BFFs told me, you will know. You will just know. And I really think that you will know in time. For me, love always finds me. Like I never go look out, search for it. It just does. It happens when you least expected it. And I feel like these days, a lot of women or ladies or girls are the one pursuing people, which is quite liberating. But I'm also like an old-fashioned romantic, you know, like I love when guys confess their feelings, write you love letters, blah blah blah. But let's talk about the flip side of things, okay? So let's talk about turning a person down. There's really no like right or good way to put things, because I feel like either way you're turning a person down and it hurts. And so try to be as kind as you can, okay? Because words, they hurt. Like it's not like a physical cut that it will heal after a couple of days. Words cut and it takes time, like a long time. Some people, it scars them for life. So try to be kind as much as you can, and try to be straightforward and honest, because words it's very, I know it's really hard to say and it's really hard to do, but it's just one of those things that you have to do in order for you to move on. So try to be kind and use your words wisely. I would say that's how to put it. So yeah, if you're trying to turn a person down, be kind, be straightforward, just be yourself. Don't be too extra, don't be too wild, don't be too rude or mean, because words cut like a knife sometimes, and it sticks to a person. So yeah, with that, I bid you all goodbye, and be kind to one another. And if you love someone or somebody or whatever, just tell them you love them, because you never know what will happen next. Like you might die tomorrow, or they might die and you weren't able to say the things you wanted to say. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts, any like love dilemmas, or any experience, whatever. I don't know, just share them down below and we can gush about it or whatever. All right, that's it for now. Goodbye. See you in the next one.